everyone, we're here to show you how to do the preload adjustment on your Onyx Vesper rear hub. There's two different types of preload end caps. The first is a teardrop style end cap, while the second, which is our latest gen, is actually a jam nut style end cap. The teardrop one requires a 1.5 millimeter Allen key, while the jam nut style requires two 20 millimeter cone wrenches. Now, before we begin on this preload adjustment, it is very important that this is done with the wheel or hub in your frame with the through axle torque down. Hub has to be under load in order for this adjustment to be accurate. As you can see here on this blue sample hub, we've got a little bit of side-to-side play. You would feel that in your wheel while you're riding, or potentially after the bearings are broken or whatnot. You got to fine-tune it a little bit. Now the end cap, when tight, you would loosen the pinch bolt. Then you can go ahead and rotate the teardrop as your adjuster. Now, as you rotate clockwise, that's going to add preload to the bearings. You can see it takes up the slop there. You got no more side-to-side play. If you go counterclockwise, this will loosen the preload, which will allow side-to-side play. So in case you over-adjust it, you can always back it off and start again. Now, you want to do is just take up a little bit of the slop in there, and not so much that you start binding the hub. You want to kind of find that sweet spot where you feel a little tick while you're adjusting it. And once you have that adjustment, you take your 1.5 Allen key, tighten the pinch bolt, and the hub's ready to ride again. Now on your jam nut style, this one's a little bit different. In order to perform this adjustment, we do suggest taking the rotor off of the hub. This just gives you a little more room to fit your tooling in there. It will pretty much be mandatory to take the rotor off on a center lock style. Now once you have the hub tightened in the frame, your 20 millimeter cone wrench will engage on the wrench flats of the inner collar. Now you go ahead and tighten that. Same as the teardrop, you just want to bring it up to just slightly touch the bearing and eliminate any side-to-side play. A little bit too much on there, you can go ahead and back it off. You want to find that sweet spot where there's just a slight amount of load on the hub, but not so much that it's slowing everything down. Now once you finalize that adjustment, you take your second 20 millimeter wrench, you bring this silver jam nut collar up to the inner widget. Now holding your inner collar, you take your second wrench and you tighten the jam nut against it. This is very similar to a cup and cone adjustment system on older generation hubs. So once you've got that locked together, you're ready to ride again.